the show, everybody. We got a Monday evening workouts coming up here soon at Skinner Middle School. Make sure you guys are signed up for those so you guys can show up. We have about, I think, like 15 people signed up, something like that. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. All right. And then we have on Wednesday, we are in Northglenn. And on Friday, we are in Aurora. All right. So that's our week. And we had games this weekend. We'll talk about those in a second. And what else do we have? We have the weekend. Wait, I'm sorry. We have all those morning workout people going to. They're doing a lot of stuff. Great job. What's up, Shimmy? Shimmy played in a game. Oh my God. Good job, Shimmy. And we got Mello, who always plays. Hello, Mello. Do you say hello because your name rhymes with hello? Mellow, hello, yellow. All right, but yes, we had an awesome weekend. Great job to everybody. And let's just get right to it because I did want to talk about a few things, okay? All right, and those things are right here, I believe. Okay, we had a news thing. All right, so all the draft picks, they're being they're coming up, but this is supposed to be like one of the weaker drafts with like Bronny James in it, and all these other people that no one really knows. But this one guy last year was called Wembenyama, and he was a really, really freakishly big guy. Well, we have a bigger guy this year. Now he's not going to be as good as Wembenyama, but that's like crazy. It's like back to back. This guy's like 7'5" or something like that. But there's another big guy who's 7'9". How far is this going to go? We're going to talk about that in a second as well. As for the reaction stuff today, I'm going to talk about that team that young team that beat us in the championship game. I don't really care. We are on week 4, day 4 tomorrow. Hey, you guys are almost done with this thing. That is amazing. But yes, that team that beat us, the young team, they were 5th and 6th graders. We were 6th and 7th graders. We had some younger kids, but they beat us because of this hustle stuff. We're gonna talk about that in a second as well. All right, and I mean, because if you can get beat by skill, but you shouldn't get beat by hustle. All right, it's a very hard thing to keep up to. It's a very hard thing to conjure up, but it's a big thing. Yes, Top Flight is their name. And then we're gonna talk about this guy right here, and it's an interview. Did he get the Lakers job by doing an interview with LeBron James? It's like the strangest thing that has ever happened. If so, he interviewed LeBron James, never had any coaching experience, and all of a sudden, he's an NBA coach. Very, very weird. We'll talk about that in a second too. And then the last thing that we'll talk about is coming off the bench, because we had so many people show up to the championship game. Actually, you know what? I'm going to talk about that right now. All right? We had so many people show up to the championship game that it was like, what do I do? What do I do? Now, imagine this. Imagine you and 4 players, so we had a total of 5, making it to the championship game. And then, all of a sudden, some people sign up who we've never seen before just to be a part of it. Do they deserve playing time? Well, I mean, if their parents pay for it, then they're getting playing time, I guess, right? All right. Well, what if I do that? If I just gave everyone playing time, then we would lose our best players. I don't know, but we wouldn't lose our lower players. Okay, so they'll stay, but for how long? Are they definitely doing this basketball thing throughout? You know that's your best players will. So I like to just side with those people who show up a lot, but in the end, I do have an overall feeling about this stuff, okay? It's just, the only thing I'm trying to do is to get you guys to work out extra. And if it takes playing some kid a whole bunch during the game to make him work out extra, like do the morning stuff and stuff like that and post the homework, then yeah, I'll play that kid. Even if we lose, I don't care. Just whatever makes that kid work out. But if it takes sitting him to make him work out, because some players are like, oh, I'm getting all the playing time. I don't need to work out. Cool. Then, you know what? Screw that kid. Okay, I'll sit him, and all of a sudden, he has a chance to be like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, where because I sat him, he's so mad, and then he'll go out there and work out. But if you're trying to tell me, neither way is going to work. Hey, you can play me all you want. You can play me as little as you want. I'm never going to do the homework. Then you're not my type of kid. I mean, if I can't even influence you either way, then who cares? Because you're not going to play for that long. I mean, this program is only to make kids go to college, only to make kids go to the pros. Every other program is for kids to have fun for right now. Okay, so this is not that program where you're like, no, I just want to play a little bit. I don't want to get too good. If you say I don't want to get too good, then no, this program is not for you. All right, so that will separate that, because and should there be programs for kids that don't want to get too good? Yes, absolutely. Yes, there needs to be programs for everybody. God bless their hearts. But right now we have 87,000 programs for kids who don't care. There's a whole bunch of programs. How many programs for kids that do care? None. One. Just this one. All right, maybe a couple more. Maybe a couple more. So can we give them a couple of programs, or do you guys just want every single program to be yours? We want a mediocre program. You better give me mediocre. No more. I want to be as low as I can be. You better give it to me. No. Guys, you're selfish. All right? You guys deserve happiness too, but go somewhere else, okay? If you want mediocre here, we only strive for the top. So you have to work hard. And I'm going to do whatever I can. I'll throw a mixed bag out there. Sometimes I'll play, sometimes I won't. But I'll do whatever it takes to, especially for the championship game, to try to win that game. Now, what would have helped? Would have been those guys actually playing better and winning. That would have helped everything. When everyone when we lose, everyone's like, well, I should have been in the game more. That was stupid. So, yeah, Kiernan shouldn't have had those turnovers. Teo shouldn't have thrown the ball away. Lincoln and West should have dove on the floor a little bit more. All right? And the reason why this is so confusing is because how should I coach? All right, there's so many different ways for me to coach. Should I coach by laying back, letting you guys mess up, and saying, okay, you made 3 mistakes. Keep going, buddy. You can do it. Or should I be like, you made 1 or 2 mistakes. Now get out the game. Right? Again, I will do whatever it takes for you to do better. So I think when I keep some people in and they throw the ball away and then they mess up, I don't think it's ever going to stop. I think the only way it's going to stop is for you to sit down, to think about it, and then go back out there later. All right. Now, if you're the type who's like, nah, I just messed up once, I won't do it again. Cool. Then you can stay out there, especially if you're helping us win the game, right? So, try to be a player that is very conscious of what's going on in the game. Try to apply the things that we've learned during practice, and that will make things so much easier. Because again, I got parents coming at me from every direction. They're like, you should scream at our kids more. You should never scream at our kids more. You should not even coach. It's like so weird and so interesting. Okay, coaching happens during practice. It doesn't really happen during games. I do make it more pressure filled, like what I was doing to Kieran, but I kind of like that. It's kind of fun. All right, and then what else is there? There's only one thought in my mind, and I try to give you guys the biggest compliment on earth. I try to pretend that you guys are future NBA players. I just try to pretend. So what would it take mentally for you guys to be future NBA players? What kind of person would you have to be mentally? Probably a pretty strong person mentally. I'm going to assume that you're strong. If you don't push a kid and you don't challenge them, there's no way you're going to make the NBA. But some kids cannot be pushed too hard because they are weak-minded. I will assume that you're not this kid. So when I push you, it's only a compliment. I think, hey, you can handle it. That's my first thing. That's my first thought. But a lot of your parents, a lot of other people go, whoa, my kid's not that guy. My kid's not an MBA. My kid's not tough. My kid's not a future CEO. My kid can't handle that. And I think that that's kind of rude. All right, so I'm going to just pretend that you can handle everything. I'm going to throw it all at you. Then when you go, oh, I can't carry it all, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I thought that you were stronger. And you're like, to carry 1 million pounds, John? Really? Yeah, I don't know. I thought that you were awesome. So I will throw less next time. My bad. But I will start out by thinking that you're strong enough to make the NBA. And if you think that you are too, handle it. Just handle it. Especially when it's not really a literal weight. It's a figurative one. It's an imaginary weight. So handle it. All right. Was that everything that I wanted to talk about right there? I think it is. I think it is. I think it is. I think it is. All right. So yes. Oh, and the last one is to have patience with yourself and to have patience with your kid. For you parents out there, have patience. I had a young parents get kind of upset with me that I wasn't pushing their kid enough. So I do what I always do. I brought the kid next to me and I was like, listen, you got to listen better. And the kid's like 1 year old. I'm like, you better try harder because your parents want you to be good right now. They don't want to wait. Look, I do push the older kids because the older kids have to go faster to make it to their goals. The younger kids, they have all day. Let's go at their pace. That's what I really believe. But you out there, if you're not ready for the games yet and you don't want me to push you so much, have a seat on the bench. Be patient with yourself. Go back to work the next day. See if you can do it, then go back to work. See if you can do it, go back to work. But if they prove that you can't do it like right away in the first 2 minutes, then maybe just go back to work and just cheer on your team in the meantime. All right? And be patient with yourself. And if you're impatient with yourself, okay, if you're impatient and you're like, I want it now, that's cool, then you better work your butt off right this second. We're not waiting until you get into high school or to 8th grade. We're not waiting for that. You have to work 3 hours a day right now if you're that impatient. It can't go both ways. All right, that's everything that I had to say. All right, let's move on to what we're doing today. I believe, now let's start off with the quote of the day. The quote of the day is to grow continuously. That's what I'm talking about right there. All right, where you always get better. All right, at everything. It's again why our parents allow us to play these sports. All right, so that we can practice getting better, practice our passions, practice growing continuously, practicing like being dedicated to something. All right, so you can be dedicated to your family, to your job, to everything in life, to your community. All right, so this is very, very important. So make sure that you are improving from day to day, that you are growing continuously inside and out, like becoming a better human being even, okay? That's the quote of the day. This Monday, 2-word quote of the day, grow continuously. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to forget that, but don't be like, grow continuously. No, it's continuously, okay? All right, write it on your shoulder so I know that you know. All right, and remember for tonight, push-ups. All right, grow continuously is the quote of the day. The workouts that we're doing, check the homework. We got one-on-one, no steals, no blocks coming up here soon on Wednesday. All right, this is Wednesday's workout. Make sure you guys do it at home. Post it. Actually improve. Grow continuously. All right, make 15 threes in 3 minutes. You got to try that. Line jumps to shots. Tap series. 21x3 jumps. Quick ball touches. You can find all this stuff on our website. See the videos. All right, and do the stuff. Actually get better. All right, for today, we got pick and roll. Oh, we got pick and roll, pass to roll. All right, this is the cream of the crop in terms of like just the basics, fundamentals, pick and roll. But it's a hard pass because you have to make it with the outside hand. All right, we'll talk about that later. Then we have bluff and recover. That's defensively. Return, jab, and then close out to our guy and shoot a whole bunch of shots like that. Then we got help side to close out, where we're swinging the ball, running from the middle to right there, and then helping out. That one should help out a lot. That's actually one of the key points that the young kid whose parents got mad at me said that they didn't know defense. And I'm like, we teach it. Well, here's a big day for teaching. All right, so we'll see if it happens today. All right, quick shots, and then fast break, post seal. For fast break, post seal, we're on the fast break. We want to stop and seal our man so that we can manipulate the defense in ways that will be advantageous to us, whether it be stop them at the free throw line and then bounce the ball ahead of us, or if they're underneath the basket, we go and we just secure a nice spot underneath the basket. But either way, they should lose. If we're running the court fast, we can seal early. We're going to practice that. And then as for the two of them that we're going to show videos on, that's weak hand ball pounds and quick shots. Let's watch those real quick. Alright, weak hand ball pounds. Pound that ball down as hard as you've ever pounded it down before. Alright, sure, this is a great way to get better faster. As for the other one, quick shots. You know what? Hey, this one isn't just for the big kids. This one's for the small kids, especially actually. They catch the ball and they like Joey. He'll catch it, be wide open. He just starts preparing for his shot because he knows it's going to take him some time to make it. If you catch the ball and you don't shoot it right away, the other team is going to have a chance to get all around you. I got mad at Trenton the other day for not coming in with when the big guy was there. I was like, he's not going to pass it back out. All right, but he just stayed with his man on the outside and just watched the ball. But other teams, they don't do that. If you hold the ball, there are going to be more and more people around you. But the other way, if you think about it, if you catch the ball and shoot it immediately, you'll have more of a chance to miss, because especially if you haven't practiced this shot. So, which one is more likely? For you to catch a ball and quickly throw it up and make it, which is very, very hard, or for you to catch the ball and wait until everyone's hands are right there and then shoot it through their hands? You will never get the ball to go through their hands because they're not ghost. So you're never going to make that shot. So we have to practice this harder shot where you catch and you throw it up immediately. And that is extremely difficult, and I get it. But we're going to practice with the right hand and with the left hand so we can get better at it later. You don't need to make it now. So we're going to get it better at it later. So watch the drill. These are also great rebounding drill. Hands up, butt down, catch the ball every time it goes up. Catch the ball. Oh, too much ball drop right there. Maybe that's what switch spots. And let's see who's been doing the homework. You are what you do, not what you say you do. Kieran and Declan. And Huxley, lots of cones. All right, and then the quick count dribbles, scissor dribbles, Jays. Nice job, you guys. 2 ball handling by Weston. I liked that one. Wes, I think it's just Wes, maybe Trenton, I don't know. But they posted like almost right after that we lost the championship game. That is awesome. I mean, like, to go out there and be like, disappointed in the game, and then go right back to work is an amazing, amazing thing. Got him doing the Chastain challenge as well, but he's spelling Chastain wrong. It's Chastain, not Chastain. Chastain. But yes, great job. What else do we have? We got all that stuff. Great job, you guys. Keep that up. Keep posting homework. That is the main part of our program right there. I think someone said to Mason, his dad was like, "You're not even doing the program. Of course you're not going to get better." And he thinks that the program is just showing up to the workouts. At the workouts is where I show you how to do it, and I see if you're doing it. That's it. Or I see if you've been doing it. That's it. All right. I just like freshen up some stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, change that. Oh yeah, change that. You don't get enough time during the actual workouts. If we did workouts that were actually enough for you to like make the NBA, it would have to be like 3 hours of workouts a night. So it's a lot. I understand, but doing this homework is how you're gonna get better. So keep it up, please. All right. Moving on to the to the stuff that we were gonna talk about. All right. So with this guy, Zach Edey. All right. Do you believe that like one day the NBA, because they said that the NBA is not getting taller. It's not. You're just seeing like the tall players being more skilled. So more attention is brought to them. And the NBA overall is only going up like maybe like half an inch. And I'm like, maybe. But yes, it is harder to play in the NBA today than it was before. Because before, if you were 7 foot tall, it was almost guaranteed. Now, out of all the 7 foot tall people in the world, and there's probably the same exact number, they're more likely to play basketball. So your competition is higher, so you have to work higher. You have to work harder. All right. So like imagine if it was only like, 24 people in the whole world and you were one of the 12 that played basketball. Would you make the NBA? Of course you would, right? So the more people that are eligible, the harder that you have to work. And if you're tall, that's always better. So the more tall people that are eligible and the more tall people that actually work hard, the better that you have to be if you are tall. That's why tall people sucked before, and that's why tall people are getting better now. And for these guys, they're monsters because, oh my God, they were doing well back in the day when they used to suck just because they were tall. Now that they're actually getting better, you're not going to be able to stop Wembanyama unless this guy can keep up to him, but he's a little too slow. And the other guy who's like 7'11" or 7'9", He's probably not good enough at all. But he would be the tallest player in NBA history if he did join. That would be kind of cool to see. Unless he dies out there. I don't know. All right. But as for this, the top flight team that beat us, guys, they are hustlers. It's one of the most hustling team I've ever seen. All right. But I've had teams about that same. And they weren't just black kids. Because I do think that it comes from growing up in a bad neighborhood will make you tough, because it does. It was one of my teams that I used to take over to the bad neighborhood. Still a whole bunch of rich white kids, okay? I would take them over to the bad neighborhood, and we would play in Richmond or Oakland all the time. And when we would come back to Moraga, the rich white neighborhood, they would be killing those teams. The other team would be oh my God, oh my, it was just like you guys compared to this team. They'd be they're fouling me, they're pushing me. It's nope, we just want the ball. The referee can't call every call. If you go out there and you start hitting right away, they might call a couple, but they're not going to keep calling it, okay? So, I told Kieran to watch his fouls. I told no one else, go out there and be aggressive, because they're going to be aggressive to us, and then after a while the refs will just stop calling it, because they aren't going to foul everybody out. It's how it is. So, and if you hustle, they appreciate that. Everyone appreciates that, and it scares the other team, getting the crowd into it, your coaches into it. All right. So I need you guys to learn how to do that. But again, I've done it before. It just takes years. It takes years, and it takes going over to bad neighborhoods. Sadly, though, we don't got any bad neighborhoods here in Colorado. But we do have the top flight team, so hopefully we can play them some more. I did like us playing against the Gremlins. They were very rough too. Right? It's how the game is. If you are the rougher team, you will win more games. So try to be like that, and more like that and less soft. You just gotta be. I'm sorry, it just is that way. If you're thinking, well, then I want to play water polo. That's tough too. They will drown you in water polo. How about horse polo? The horse will buck you off. What is the easiest sport? Volleyball? No, they're gonna spike the ball in your face. Chess. There you go. Play chess if you want no contact. And even then, someone might just push the chessboard at you. Oh no! Okay, so last thing is this JJ Redick thing. All right. See, again, they're going over LeBron's history, and they're just talking and stuff like that. And Austin Reeves called JJ Redick a basketball genius. He says our new coach is a basketball genius. You think he actually meant that, or was he just I need to suck up to the new coach? I don't know. But is he a basketball genius? When I was watching this conversation, I was I understand everything that they're talking about. This doesn't seem very genius-like to me. But I do know that a lot of people wouldn't understand what they're talking about. So I think compared to a regular person, they're a basketball genius. With LeBron especially, he can do this stuff on the court better than a lot of people have ever done it before. So he actually understands and is able to do. I've seen a lot of NBA basketball players who can do, but they actually don't understand. And they can do more than me, right? Understand more than they do. It's really weird, right? But LeBron is a great combination of being able to do both. I think this is great because he has LeBron's respect. And this is basically LeBron's hire, so he'll have to go to bat for him, basically. And if you have the people's respect and you have everyone going to bat for you, I think that's all you really need as a coach, especially at this high level, where there's not that much of X's and O's. So we're going to see what's going to happen. I don't have that much confidence in this, even though I'm a Lakers fan, but it's a very interesting hire, to say the least. The only coaching job he's ever had was with fourth grade boys as an assistant. As a volunteer, no, he's a volunteer head coach for fourth grade boys. I think it's hilarious. But yes, all right, let's go to the trivia question today. Trivia question is, the father of this current Maverick player played with Michael Jordan in college. Who is this guy? The father of this current Maverick played with Michael Jordan in college. So there's a person on the Dallas Mavericks, and he played, his dad played with Michael Jordan in college. Who is this player? I actually did not know this. I don't think anyone knew this. What was his dad's name? I'm not gonna tell you his dad's name. I won't tell you his dad. His dad's name is something weird though. I guess you can look at the roster, do whatever you want. But we got Austin leading the way with a 4, Teo with 4. If you win a $50 coin. We got Carmelo with 1. We got a few days left in the month. I believe it's enough for anyone to still win. So if you know the answer, put the answer in the comment section. First one to answer it wins. You only answer it one time, please. All right. Which current Mavericks player had a father who played with Michael Jordan in college? Also on that team, James Worthy. Is it James Worthy's kids? I don't know. Is there a guy named Worthy on the team? I don't know. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. Who is this guy? You have until the end of the show to answer it. Good luck to you all. Let's check out the story of the day. Watch it. Your mentality defines your path and destination more so than anything else. Although there is some merit to preparing for the worst, positive thoughts will usually propel you further. Face each day with the expectation of achieving good, rather than the dread of falling short. That is the answer, basically. I'll give it to you. I asked which player it was, but yes, his dad's name is Cecil Exum, which makes the son's name Dante Exum. Now, Dante Exum is from Australia. How did that happen? Well, Cecil probably played professional basketball in Australia, and he had a kid. So Romello gets it right. I'm adding a second point to his score. You're catching him, man. You're catching him. All right, good job with that. If you knew who Dante Exum was before this question, good job for you. He's not a star player, but he did play on the team. He was on the team, almost won himself a championship, but came in second place. All right, great job. But yes, as for that story that was just told, all right, let me reread it to you. Your mentality defines your path. It's how you think is where you're gonna go. Period. All right. And your mentality defines your path and destination more so than anything else. So you can be talented and play baseball or versus playing football or whatever, right? You can have your parents be that, whatever, right? But if you don't have that mental fortitude or the mental whatever, that's gonna lead you more than anything else. All right, you can be tall, you can be short, whatever. It's which mentality that you have, and you can shape your mentality too. All right. Although there is some merit to preparing for the worst. All right. Sometimes preparing for the worst, going like, what if there's a tornado? What if I lose my toes tomorrow? What if the coach doesn't play me? All that kind of stuff. There's some merit in preparing for the worst, because you get to just think of like the worst so it can like get you through, because you've already been there in your mind or whatever it may be, or because like now you have like backup batteries, whatever, right? There is something to that, all right? But positive thoughts will usually propel you further. So you gotta, if you think positively versus negatively, you're gonna get further, because your body has more energy because of it, because you're thinking these great thoughts. You're going, okay, there's two ways to prepare. I'm gonna prepare like I'm gonna get no playing time or just a little bit of playing time, or get all the playing time. So if you prepare to get a little playing time, okay, then you gotta be like, let me get my mind straight. I'm gonna get no playing time. And then you don't play and you're like, yeah, I got through that. Whereas you might have cried otherwise, right? But what if the coach puts you in? Now you're like, I'm getting tired. I wasn't prepared to play the whole game. I believe that it's much better to prepare to play the whole game, if that makes sense. So you're thinking, I'm going to play the whole game. Here I go. You're going to train for it. You're going to be ready for it. And then you play that whole game, only play a minute. Well, must have been a pretty good minute, probably your best possible minute. And you might have got 2 minutes because you played that well. All right. Yeah, you might also cry because you weren't prepared for the worst, but I think preparing for the best is the better of those two scenarios. All right. And the last thing says, face each day with the expectation of achieving good, rather than the dread of falling short. I truly believe this, and there's a question that I always ask people: do you love winning more than you hate losing, or do you hate losing more than you love winning? And I believe for your mental fortitude, you should love winning more than you hate losing. But a lot of people, I would say 75% of people, they hate losing more than they love winning. If they win, they're like, whatever. If they lose, they're like, it's the end of the world. That's not great for your mental fortitude. I say keep them even. Keep them even. But if you must go one way or the other, love winning more. All right, that's my time. Don't forget that the quote of the day is grow continuously. I'll see anyone who's coming to the workout tonight. We're going to Skinner. I am meeting at Ryan Elementary for 3 kids. Who do I have? I got Phoenix, Mello, and somebody else. I forgot who you were. I'll see you there, though. All right. See y'all later, man. Peace out. Cue my music.